Now we're going to do a meditation today based on anxiety. And the first thing I want to stress is that there are many, many approaches to anxiety, and that this one offers no silver bullet, no immediate cure, but it's a process. And one of the things that Mickey always taught was that you want to make time always be on your side so that whatever effort, it's like interest, right? When you invest, you want interest to be on your side. So meditation, the work of being aware, breathing and relaxing as a habit with intention is all part of that investment that you make to regulate your internal work and how you become able to handle stress, pain, the anxiety as it comes up. So that's really what we're doing is creating a pattern, creating a plan for when anxiety, stress does hit, that we've got something to do that will eventually, gradually, with effort, take us in the direction that we want to go in and can really, for many people, really alleviate anxiety completely. Not completely, but at least, let me take that back, but at least leave you in a place where you're not scared of it, where it's not a thing that takes you over, that you have the ability to breathe through it and work through it. So that's what we're up to today. That's our mission. That's our purpose. That's what we're doing. So, everybody, hi, Jen. It's lovely to see you. So, take a moment to just be aware of all the distractions around you right now, other people, your computer, your phone. Now, close your eyes. Let all those distractions drift away. Bring your attention to your own being, your own heart, your own self. Allow yourself to become as still as you possibly can in your body movements, in your attention. Just focus on the breath, gently moving in and out. Now let the breath deepen. Let the inhalation be slow and full and deep. So deep that you feel your spine straightening and your shoulders falling back, that you're filling filling your lungs with so much air that it actually adjusts your posture. And as you release the breath, allow it to slowly escape. Let it be a controlled release. And that you feel a deep and beautiful sense of relaxation as you release the breath. So again, all the distractions, the phones, the computer itself, they're way in the background of your attention. But you are sitting with your eyes closed, your attention focused inward, watching the breath moving in and out. Our awareness is going to a deep, quiet place of peace. And the breath continues to move in and out. Ah. Breathe loudly enough so that you can hear the air moving through your lips. Breathe with enough strength that you feel your lungs inflating and your back straight and your posture tip up. Your chest is out. And feel a deep sense of relaxation, of release, of letting go as you exhale. keep the breath moving in and out. So as we start to build our ability to regulate, this is what regulation looks like. That you're breathing with intention. The breath is moving in and out at a rate that you have chosen intentionally because of how it calms you, how it brings a sense of peace to your body. That is, physiologically, you know that if you're breathing at this rate with this intention, that everything is okay. There's no sense of having to run away from a threat, no sense of worry, distress. You're watching the breath moving in and out, and your awareness, that which is in your consciousness, is watching the breath. This is regulation. This is you making intentional choices about how you breathe and manage your energy. And these intentional choices give you and your physiological state a chance to regulate, to be at peace. How did you get here? You sat down with the intention of being at peace. You sat down with the intention of working inwardly to create your reality. That's what meditation is, to put your attention inward, because that's where the you is. Not the you of an address and a job and a title and a name, but the you of conscious awareness. You set up this practice. You bothered to dial in so that you could intentionally put your awareness into this space. Feel the breath as it moves in and out. That it's like a song or a calming breeze. That your breath is literally setting the rhythm of your whole being. Now, as you breathe with care and love, with a heart full of peace, the breath helps to regulate. The breath is a huge part of creating this inner reality that you live in. And it's not the only thing, but it gives you tremendous leverage, power, ability to gain regulation, which lets all the other factors fall into place. Mental activity, energetic activity, memories coming up. When you bring your awareness to the breath, it has tremendous power to give you a platform of peace from which to work from as you go through difficult moments, either generated from the inside, a sort of causeless anxiety, or when things are really happening on the outside that are stressful, dangerous, challenging. Your ability to bring your awareness to your breath takes it away from that which is fearful and puts it into a sense of calming your whole being. So this meditation that we're doing right now is practice for that. Building the skill of being with your breath. Because when you've set aside time to sit, you've devoted this time to working through community to regulate and build the habits of peace, you know what works, and you're practicing it, and you're establishing a skill set. This is what regulation feels like, looks like. the thing that happens is that you'll leave this place and you'll go into life, and there'll be challenges. It's not supposed to be easy. And in that space, the world, driving, working, meeting people, eating, cooking, relationships, there'll be elements of those areas of life that distract you from the knowledge that you have peace. Peace inside you, peace that can be regulated through breath, through mantra, awareness, in essence, making a choice to be at peace. So breathe, feel this sense of peace right here. You've made a choice. You've made a commitment to be at peace at this time, at least to do the things that possibly create the opportunity for peace inside you. So let the breath deepen and fall deeper into this space. Really appreciate the fact that you have essentially generated an inward map that guides you through your breath and awareness into a quiet state, a state of peace. This is your ability. Now again, as the world distracts you, and the things and the people, the challenges that we know are out in the world, draw our attention, that becomes a thing we like to call worry. That there is something happening in the future that our attention needs to go to. Now, at this point, we are making a choice to move our attention from this place of peace to focusing on things in the future. Taking your awareness and putting it on things in the future. Things that may go a way that I don't want them to go. Things that may go a way that will cause me or my ego to be challenged. Now just notice how your body feels now as you breathe and open. And feel that sense of stress or tension. Maybe you feel it in your musculature. Maybe you feel it emotionally. Maybe you feel it in the way your mind is creating thoughts. Take a deep breath. Come back to my voice. Come back to your breath. Come back to that inner place of peace that's inside you. That's the choice that we make every day. From allowing our awareness to move towards fear, the possibility of a future occasion when we might not be at peace, to bringing the attention back to this moment when we've committed to be at peace. Continue to breathe. Feel how you feel. Now, let's take ourselves to an even more challenging situation. We're driving our car. We've been driving too fast and we've been pulled over for speeding. It's going to make us late. We don't want to spend the money. Blah, blah, blah. Notice how you feel inside. Notice the way the mind starts to spin. Notice the energy that comes over your being. And maybe it's not a speeding ticket. Maybe it's a difficult encounter with a coworker, a boss, a relationship. Go just a little deeper and really feel your awareness shift from this place of peace inside to a challenging one, to being in the world. Notice how your awareness is still defining reality. Notice how your awareness, your conception of the situation, the way you perceive what is happening to you allows you to either breathe and relax and be at peace, or to let your awareness be distracted into a state of tension or pain or risk or fear. You're creating your reality moment by moment by where you put your attention and how you choose to use these elements of our being that regulate ourselves. You see that you have a choice every moment to breathe and relax in peace, no matter what you're going through, no matter how challenging, or to allow yourself to get completely pulled into risky, dangerous situations of risk that challenge our ego. We're defining our reality from the inside. We're defining what hurts and what feels good. We're defining that which causes us anxiety and stress by the choice to move our awareness from breath to fearful thinking about outward events. So breathe and just notice that. Just notice that as you put your attention and your awareness on that which is causing you risk or fear, you are allowing yourselves to be regulated by the threat of fear. That is not regulation. That is being controlled by the outside world. That is when you let go of your own ability to find peace and allow others to push your buttons, to trigger you, to letting your awareness be more influenced by that which is happening outside of you than by the choices that you have on a moment by moment basis. So by simply putting your awareness on breath, you can regulate yourself. So what about life? What about those times when dangerous situations arise in front of us and risky situations pop up? And there are things that need our consideration, our full concentration and awareness. When you develop the skill of breathing and relaxing and regulating yourself, you can move your attention and your awareness. You can move that attention with intention. That is, you can move your perception and your ability to see and feel and work through a situation. Your senses align to perceive what is really happening because you're coming from a state of peace. Calm in the eye of the mightiest storm, as we say every morning in the Sri Atma Gita. That this awareness that we carry, this centering of ourselves, gives us the best ability to deal with whatever life puts in front of us, ranging from physical altercations and fistfights to crashing of the stock market and needing to realign our investments, whatever our risk, whatever it is that makes us feel at danger, whatever it is that distracts us from this inner place of peace, those situations are better handled when we are coming from as calm and centered a place as possible. So breathe. Bring your awareness inside and see the choice that you've made in this moment. Bringing your awareness inside is regulating. The breath moves with intention. The mind can get crazy, but you choose to watch it with breath. That is, to give it just a little bit of space. That is, you choose not to allow the freaking out mind to be what makes your choices for you. You see, when you breathe and you put your awareness on the inside of your being, looking for that place of peace, you can watch the mind as it freaks out. Consciousness is the big brother to the little lowercase s self. This inner self, consciousness, is a friend to the lower self, to the self of address and name and age and weight. Deep consciousness allows you to make a choice to breathe, to relax, and to be at peace. And from this state, you can let your awareness drift back to the fist fight or the stock market. And in fact, you'll notice that as you center with your breath, your ability to focus becomes incredibly sharp because you're not allowing your energy to be distracted or pulled away by fear, by anxiety, but you're putting your full awareness into the problem that's in front of you. You're intentionally focusing. Now, this is a skill, and it doesn't develop overnight. This is a skill that you build around the edges. Bring your awareness and your breath inside again, this place of peace. Allow yourself to breathe and let the thoughts of the mind diminish. Or just don't put your awareness on the mind as it creates thoughts. This is the core skill of regulating yourself during stress. And as you're getting started, when distractions are highest, when it's the most difficult to regulate oneself, just breathe. Just make yourself breathe. You'll notice that when anxiety starts, you almost always hold your breath. If you can just be aware of that moment and breathe, you've made a choice. It's that working at the edge of making that choice. Because when you make the choice to breathe, then you make the choice to take a second breath. And then you make the choice to make a third breath. And you do all of 3 breaths with intention. And you watch what's happening. You watch your insides and your emotions get riled up. But you're breathing and you're watching the emotions get riled up. You're not responding from being driven by the emotions. This is how you work at the edges. This is how you build the skill of letting go of anxiety by just simply putting your awareness inward, breathing, owning that you have the right to put your attention where you want it to be. When you put your attention on that which is causing you anxiety, you'll be pulled into anxiety. When you set a foundation of breath and relaxation, you have the ability to focus your awareness on the problem or source of anxiety and make good choices as to how to deal with them. And it's this same movement with depression. You're managing your energy. You're bringing your attention and awareness to the peace that's inside you rather than the difficulties, the lack of energy that's outside you, the difficulties that are in your life. By breathing fully, you allow yourself to feel deeply that which is coming up and release it. To release that energy and not be driven by it, to not make decisions based on it, but to release it and breathe and open first. That is how you avoid the distraction of samskara, trauma, outward events, by keeping your awareness and your breath on the quiet space inside first. When you start with this awareness, when you start by breathing and opening and turning inwardly, you'll find that you can make very deliberate choices as to what ruins your day, what pisses you off, what causes you to make extreme actions. Start from peace. See the world from a place of peace, from your own place of comfort, from your own place of strength. Allowing your awareness to be pulled out and pushed into threatening situations means that you're giving up your sense of agency over your emotions. that this breath is you making the choice to manage your energy, to self-regulate. And it has something that you'll need to do over and over again, every moment, every minute, to make this choice. 1 breath, 2 breaths, 3 breaths, 4 breaths. Anxiety is persistent, and you have to be more persistent. That's the long, slow battle of how to effectively work with depression and anxiety, is to realize that your awareness will go wherever it wants to unless you put intention around it. This is the beauty of our work. This is what we're doing when we meditate, when we really meditate, not while we're driving or doing other things, but we're really focusing on what is happening with our attention. What are we doing in meditation with our attention and our awareness? That is the common thread amongst all meditation styles, all theories of meditation, is that you are watching with awareness what you're doing with your mind, your energy, and you're choosing to breathe and relax and open, as opposed to constricting and tightening and allowing your attention and focus to be pulled into situations without even an attempt to breathe or regulate. It's simple. Disturbance arises, you breathe and relax and bring your awareness inside. Disturbance arises again seconds later, you breathe and you relax and you watch that disturbance. Disturbance arises again, even stronger, and you bring your awareness inside. You breathe and you relax as best you can, just as best you can. There is no greater use of the concept that doing your best is a holy thing than when you're working to maintain regulation during stressful situations. This is weightlifting. This is the push-ups of spirituality, simply bringing your awareness back with breath. This is the beginners. This is the starter set. Just do this. The exponential growth that you'll experience from these simple techniques leads you to other ways that you'll learn to handle your own energies in these difficult situations. But this habit of being aware of what you're doing with your mind and your energy and regulating that with your breath is the key, is the starting point. It's the foundational element of regulation. Knowing when you're getting disturbed and taking a breath. In layman's terms, when you feel sense of disturbance arise in you, you breathe and you open and you devote yourself to your own mental health, your regulatory system. It takes persistence. It takes effort, moment by moment, remembering of who you are and why you want to be that way. Keep the breath moving in. Keep your awareness tuned inside. Yogananda said you could reach spiritual realization by noticing this point between your eyebrows and keeping your attention fully fixed there. What he's saying is if you can manage your attention to that level, then you will live a happy and beautiful, successful and powerful life. Freedom is yours. You can direct your attention. Breathe and open. Hold your attention. Love your attention. Have a beautiful day. Thank you.